Who are you?
Brian Mouton, community guy.
Where are you from?
Broad capital of the world, Rayne, Louisiana.
High school.
Rayne High School.
Playing sports.
Basketball.
Who would you say would be one of your biggest influences growing up?
I have to say my mother. You know, she growing up in a single family home with 5 siblings. She was a very strong and smart lady, and a lot of structure and discipline, and I gotta appreciate her for giving us that because of what we've become for today. It was 6 of us total, 5 boys and 1 girl. Unfortunately, around the time my twin brother won a national championship in Maryland, he got murdered in Houston, Texas. So he was definitely a big part of my life. He and I were really good friends, as well as brothers. And ever since that point, it definitely changed my life. Man, growing up in Rayne, in my time, folks would hang out, we would meet up all the time. People looked out for each other back then. And it was just a really family kind of community back then. Things have definitely changed dramatically day and age. Everybody's selfish. Folks are not looking out for each other. But once again, like I said, my mother, she instilled in structure and discipline, be true to yourself, work hard, and things are always going to work out for you. It has to be winning a state championship here at Rayne High School in Rayne, Louisiana, man. It's just amazing what sports does to a community, especially when you win it. When you lose it, you don't see anybody. But when you win it, it definitely brings the community together. So that was probably the most memorable thing. And till this date, now this happened back in 1995, mind you, and people still talk about the 1995 Rayne High basketball team. Unforgettable. And we were forced to be reckoned with in AKadiana. Well, you know, my brother, you know, he was all in basketball, and I played because I loved the game. He went to the athletic side, and I got academics. So when the smoke cleared, I ended up getting my degree. He got his degree, but he still wanted to play professional basketball. So once his career ended, he wanted to do something for the community. That's the passion that he had for it. So I entered the corporate world. One thing I want to say is I had an opportunity to travel all over the country. I lived in Fayetteville, Arkansas, Washington, D.C., Madison, Wisconsin, and Denver, Colorado, all right? And I was on the verge of becoming really high up in the company that I work for now. And I don't want to call it a setback, but I had to put my career on hold. So back in 2010, because my mother, she was getting older, she's living by herself, so I put my career on hold and lateraled back into Rayne, Louisiana. At first, people were like, "Are you crazy? You're moving back to Rayne, Louisiana, blah, blah, blah." But what I've learned, it really doesn't matter where you live, because whatever your interests are, you can find them wherever you're living at. And what I feel is that, first of all, that's why 6-man came up, because that was our way. My brother started it. It's not how you start, but how you finish. That's what a 6-man is truly about. And we collaborated on it. He started, I saw what he was doing. I brought it to Rayne as a way to be an influence on young minds, all right? But you know, you deal with the kids, and you initially saw, man, some of these kids are just far gone, and it's a kid, it's the kid, it's the kid. But what I've learned with the things that are going on nowadays with kids not really focused in school, the gun violence is out of control. Man, it's the parenting. That's what it is. And the way I look at it, until a community is aligned, and what I mean by that, you have the local government, the mayors and the administration, you have the schools, and then you have the community and people that represents each part of it working together to strengthen the community, man. That's really what it's about. All right. And then of course, with a lot of things with the police departments in various cities, the police chief and the officers need to get more visible and get involved too. Everybody needs to work together. But until you get to that point, unfortunately, the violence and the guns and all that stuff will continue to rise until people really get down to the root cause. It is the parenting, a lot of cases, and people are not working together, period. It's interesting because, you try to find things that which you truly are dear to you. And that's kind of my mission. I want people to know that regardless if it's hard times, we're in this together. Whether when COVID happened, we're in this together. Back in 2011, I don't know if these folks, you guys remember, when the tornado hit Rayne and destroyed a large portion of the community. And folks were like, what are we gonna do? These homes we don't have the money to fix them. And I banded with United Way of AKadiana. They came to town, been a part of that process, and we were able to raise enough money to rebuild and put people back in the situations they were in before the tornado. Another situation is around right before Christmas. Got a call from Amazon. Hey, we got 150 hams. You want them? Absolutely. So I went and get them and distribute them out to folks at first come, first serve. So giving back is dear to me, but because of who I am and what I've done, I built credibility in this community, and folks just call and want to do their part as well. We are in this together. It simply means, man, no matter what, always have a strong faith, believe, and I'm going to let you know that I'm going to be there with you along the process, whatever it is. So that's what it means to me, but we are in this together. The next chapter for Six Man, and man, I'm a believer in evolution, right? And what I've done with all the organizations I belong to, with A&O, Six Man, and some of the other things that I'm involved in, you got to continue to evolve and take things to the next level. So hopefully, the next coming years, Six Man is going to grow into or evolve into something else. And what I mean by that is taking a whole new level and strengthening the community in a different way, all right? We got the youth aspect with select basketball. Now it's time to evolve and bring in another aspect of it where people are education, home ownership, all these great things that strengthens the community. And what I believe in that everybody has a responsibility. So Six Man is definitely a brand, a true brand, and it's going to continue to evolve to strengthen the community that I belong to. Well, look, I leave you with this, man. I think sometimes, I know you guys may hear this saying that I see this successful person and I go and talk to him. If I had your hands, I cut mine off. And I'm sure you hear that, but at the end of the day, Six Man, our mantra is that it's not really how you start, but how you finish. And it's within all of us to be great. So I tell folks out there, man, you, female, male, poor, rich, everybody has an opportunity to be great. So it's within all of you. Just believe in yourself and have a strong faith.
All right, thank you. That's it, man. That was nice. I appreciate it, man. Look, that's it right there. Man, yeah. I appreciate you doing this. Yeah.